guys, I get a lot of questions about homeschooling, and I used to have a ton of questions, and I thought, if you are on the fence about whether or not to homeschool your child, it's not too late. Even if your child's in school right now, enrolled, you can withdraw them at any time and homeschool. And it's so easy in Alabama. I'm only going to talk about Alabama because I don't know any other state. But let me talk about Alabama for a minute. In Alabama, you don't have to have a cover school. Plain and simple. I choose to do one just because my son is a senior this year, and I wanted to have a little bit of, I don't know, the facade of it being official and having the diploma and all that stuff and have a name of a school behind it. But for all intents and purposes, we homeschool freestyle. We use different curriculums. We go online. We do it, and face-to-face as well. I teach him. I feel like I obviously know how he learns. I've taught him before when I taught at a private school, and I learned his style. I learned how he learns best, and so that's why it's so frustrating when he was in public school. They did not follow his IEP, and he was doing okay, but then since this was his senior year, I wanted him to be successful in college because that's what he wants to do. He wants to go to college. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to take his education into my own hands. And so that's why we decided to homeschool. So some of the very common questions I get asked is, what curriculum do you use? Well, we don't use a set curriculum. That's the beauty of homeschooling. You can do whatever you want. When my kids were younger, we did Abeka. And Abeka was a really good curriculum. We did that, and I taught my children to read and all of that using it. So I recommend that. There's so many others now. So many you can choose from. Online resources. It's just unbelievable, the resources available. But for me, I don't use any one set curriculum. We learn how to learn, and we find the answers. And as far as getting credit, and obtaining the credit for graduation, since we are high school, I chose to do an online independent study course through BYU. And so there's so many universities that offer that. It's, unreal and so affordable. It's not expensive, especially when you start thinking about how expensive private schools are and how much you spend on everything, even in public school. So that's one common question that I get asked is, what curriculum do I use? Another question I get asked is, how long do y'all homeschool? Like, what is your typical day like? Well, the beauty of homeschooling is that it doesn't have to be 8 to 3, for example. If he gets done early, he gets done early. He can use his time to do fun stuff, learn how to drive, go work out at the gym, go walk around the neighborhood, invite a friend over. So yeah, typical day, there's no such thing. Another question I get asked is, don't you get tired? Don't you want a break? Because, we had all summer and finally school's back in, and I said, you know what? You only get your children for a very short time. I don't need a break. This is the time I really, really enjoy. All right, those are some questions, some answers. I got family coming in, so more than likely they're going to come in here and want to talk to me. As always, good luck on your journey, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.